to week 6 of the Pendragon Cycle production diaries. We're here in beautiful southern Italy at Fossa Nova Abbey. This is Avallach, the home of the Atlantean refugees, the people of Avallach in South England. In Lawhead's book, the home of Avallach is Glastonbury, with a big, large mountain sticking up out of the middle of the flat land. And Glastonbury Tor has always been associated with the legend of the Holy Grail and King Arthur. Obviously, our show takes place in the 5th century, and nothing like this existed in the 5th century in England or anywhere else in the world for that matter. It's technologically far beyond. We've sought out these kinds of locations that are from a different era, that feel more advanced, that feel beautiful, that feel elevated, that feel elegant, as we imagine the Atlanteans were.
So this is the first big Atlantean set. Actually, it's a very famous historical cathedral. It's built in 1134. We had to hide a lot of elements, what belongs to the church, and make it like a throne room. The throne itself, it's a costume made. It's made in Italy in the best quality. We try to use a lot of whitish, off-white colors, so the brightness will communicate well.
How about that then? That's my weapon of choice, my magic wand.
This is the first week that our new director, Jesse V. Johnson, is really in the driver's seat with what we call Wolf Unit. He directed all of the scenes yesterday, will direct all of the scenes today. I'll take over tomorrow and direct some of the parts of episode 1 that are really important to me, and he's doing terrific work this week.
He's declared his love for me.
How so?
Totally fine. My job above anything else I see as a director is my ear. I have to listen for the truth and make sure that the dialogue that's being spoken sounds authentic. Whether they're talking about dragons or castles or superheroes, it doesn't matter. There's an authenticity and a belief, a veracity that has to come from somewhere within that performance. The whole cast is really, really good though. If anything goes wrong, it's my fault.
A king must make terrible choices sometimes.
It's a big week for Daniel Fathers. He plays our King Avallach, and almost all of his work happens this week while we're in his home of Avallach. And so getting to watch Daniel perform these last 2 days has been just sensational.
King Avallach is king of kings. He's the patriarch of the series, really, on one level. He's had so much more wisdom and experience in war and ego and pride and greed.
Everybody on this side, you're very elegant, very refined. You're eating in a very civilized fashion, and you're watching these barbarians who have invaded your utopia. You're filled with doubt about what you're doing here.
There is sort of a classist view on them. He calls them barbarians. All of the issues that these human beings are facing, I certainly relate to all of the conflicts, the internal struggles in today's society. So it's totally relatable, even though we're dressed like this.
We went inside this movie and we studied all the script that they are gonna shoot in Italy. We realized that the main important scene was the food scene we are shooting now.
We decided to use, instead of a tablecloth, which was not so common in that period, to use all these big leaves, which actually decorated the whole table. The best part of our work of props is food, because it seems very easy, but it is not easy. I have my favorite, and that's the big pie with the bone stuck in it, because it's very medieval and so I love that.
The treasure is my son, Celyddon, a bard of extraordinary talent.
Today we're shooting our first bard song. They play a really important role in Lawhead's books. Obviously we went to sources, tried to understand what bards were singing at this time. There's not a lot of records from the 5th century of what Cymru bards were singing. We needed all kinds of things that we didn't have. What we did have was me 3 days ago sitting at a table backstage with an iPhone with a little keyboard app, and I created a melody, and I read one of Lawhead's song stories and tried to turn it into something that we might recognize as a song. Being here in this abbey, this ancient church with these giant vaulted ceilings, and hearing 50 people singing along with the melody this morning is one of the most surreal experiences of my life. I hope people are able to respond to it when they see it in the film. Meanwhile, back at the Dude Ranch in Hungary, Ryan and our Hawk unit are shooting the second biggest battle that happens in the season. I'll be honest with you, it's really difficult not to be in Hungary with them right now.
1, 2, 3,
Action.
Great, perfect.
Now you attack.
Pretty much every day on the show is a challenging day for Tom. He's in almost every scene. He's doing stunts, riding horses, showing up hours early for makeup. It's very difficult, but this week has been especially challenging for him because it is so physical.
This is great. That looks really good.
The Merlin in this show is not the Merlin that you're used to seeing in stories about King Arthur. When he performs magic, there's a strange thing that settles upon him. It's almost as if there's power coming to him from somewhere else, and it's known as the Awen. And so in those moments, he's able to do magical things. What we learn in the course of the story is that the Awen can be used for good or for evil.
It's very exhausting, but I've got great support in the likes of Avallach, the stunt boss, and Vadan, the stunt coordinator, and I trust them wholeheartedly. Yeah, no, it was a good day.
It just looks like we've completely demolished the place because there's rubble everywhere and there's fires going, and it's so incredible.
Bang! Bang!
That's a wrap for week 6. It's been an amazing week for us here. We'll see you next week.